Hi everyone, round 2 just started. This hand's a little weird. It needs white mana, but we can cast a lot of bolts, so I think I'll keep it. Kind of normally wouldn't keep this hand, but alright, so we're facing Naya Burn. I'm going to shock because it's either take 2 off the Goblin Guide or 2 off of our land. It's basically the same thing. Or we're going to let the Goblin Guide trigger, and we're actually going to, it doesn't really matter. Still are going to need white mana. Waiting for our opponent to pass priority back to us. Just in case something goes weird, I guess. Normally I would bolt a Swift Spear because I think it's going to get more damage on over time, but like barring our opponent playing some really weird card like Gut Shot, and then we don't actually kill the Swift Spear, I'm going to shoot the Goblin Guide. Like, let's say he was playing a free spell, then he's going to get the damage in anyway, and I'd rather him just... This would be great if we had a white land. I would rather just take the extra point than bolt Swift Spear and have it die. What might have... Well, let's see. What might have been better, we could have potentially somehow Ghost Quartered... We could have Ghost Quartered our own land to play... to put a... to get a Plains in play. I actually think I'm just going to do that. So I'm going to float a red, play Ghost Quarter. Get a Plains so that I can gain some life. Our opponent only has 2 cards in hand. Looking pretty flooded over there. The fact that he's not shooting us makes me wonder if he's just holding on to like Searing Blazes and playing Clique is just going to kill it. I'm going to play it though. I'm actually kind of tempted to target myself and target Remand. Actually, I'm definitely going to target myself. Remand's not really doing anything. Interesting. Alright, let's get rid of this Remand. Interesting. Let's see. I don't want to fetch at all. I don't want to go down to 3 in any way whatsoever. So let's just go ahead and Serum Visions and be a Lightning Helix, please. It's not, but there is a Snapcaster Mage. So I'm going to put Clique on the bottom, and then I'm going to leave Snap on top. And let's see. We're going to play the Steam Vents tapped. Next turn we'll draw Snap, play Island. And we should be able to go Snapcaster Mage, Lightning Helix. So this has to be a Boros Charm for us to actually be dead. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do exactly what we just said. Very carefully here. Click Lightning Helix. Don't want to screw that up. And then gain our life. Alright, so if we can get one attack in, unless this is it's a Goblin Guide. Well, we're gonna just block him with Snapcaster Mage. Luckily our friend's dead anyway. So we'll go ahead and Electrolyze him for the rest. Okay, so against Burn, I think the first things, I don't like clicks. I feel like they just get Searing Blazed and they don't really do a whole lot and their effect isn't really valuable. I do like Dispel a lot, and I think Helix is fine. Obviously Kor Firewalkers are fantastic. Celestial Purge is quite good. Let's see here. What we don't want, Electrolyzes are actually a little slow. I'd like to keep all of the counter magic. So if we're going to shave something, we probably want to shave a Cryptic Command. We might actually want to shave a Restoration Angel even more. Countering their burn is probably more important than putting a 3/4 flyer into play. The chances that we actually do get the Cryptic stuff is kind of low, but I think this is the configuration we want to run in. So we'll submit. And this guy does not have mutagenic growth. Alright, this is one of those hands where it is awesome. It has 2 Kor Firewalkers, but we cannot be dependent on drawing 2 white sources, unfortunately. What a bummer. I mean, we could put a Sulfur Falls into play and then put a Plains into play, but then if we just draw like another Steam Vents, we're not doing so hot. It's really questionable. I'm sure some of you are like, oh my god, snap mulligan, but yeah, I think we have to mulligan this hand. Oh my gosh, why does it? I feel like this always happens when I make videos. Like I end up with these really kind of not so great hands. We're gonna mulligan this as well. This we're gonna keep. At least we can get rid of their turn 1 creature. So we're taking 1 less point than if this was a Goblin Guide. Alright, kind of the same thing here. We're gonna shock. Like if we had a mountain, if our mana base was different, if we still had the basic mountain, which we still can, like there's probably a way to, we could easily drop, like, we could drop an Arid Mesa and make it a Hallowed Fountain, drop a Sulfur Falls, make it a mountain, something like that. I'm dropping Sulfur Falls rather than make it a Flooded Strand. Wait. Yeah, I think I said that wrong. We could like swap the Arid Mesa for a mountain or something just to make sure we have like enough blue fetches. Or just maybe make Sulfur Falls mountain. But either way, we're going to take damage off that, or we're going to take damage off our land. So we'll just go ahead and get this out of the way. This hasn't been updating. Sometimes it does that. Let's see. Our opponent just kept his hand, so. Alright, now if there's another early creature, we do have another bolt, which is nice. And another bolt. So we're gonna bolt and play at Arid Mesa, probably getting a Hallowed Fountain. I don't really want to take damage off of our lands. I'm going to play a Ghost Quarter, just, you know, maybe there's a chance that we end up drawing like a... that we end up drawing like just a tap land that we don't have to fetch for. Alright, could just get blown up, but I'm going to Snap Bolt our opponent. Alright, we'll attack and then play Colonnade. Steam Vents. Our opponent is definitely getting flooded. This is an interesting decision. So if we crack Flooded Strand, go to 7, then we're dead to like a Boros Charm and a burn spell. I don't know what our opponent's holding. I'm going to guess it's like potentially a Tarkus Commands. But we want to get this game closed down. Let's see. If we Snapcaster Mage, take our opponent to 11, 10, 9, bolt him down to 6, then next turn we can activate Colonnade, and he's dead. So we sort of have him on the same clock regardless. So I think we can just attack with Snapcaster Mage here. Was that correct? If he, let's see. Because I don't think we're not going to need both of these removal spells. Conversely, we attack him down. Right now, we attack him down to 4. So then, even if he manages to like next turn blow up our Snapcaster Mage, well, we're going to be doing this at some point anyway. What do we need more? I guess we need more islands. Well, I wasn't expecting that. All right, well, there's still a chance that we win this game. Our opponent drew kind of poorly. We'll be pathing that, but we're going to let the trigger happen first. He may choose not to attack. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and path here. All right, well then, now we're fairly alive. So we're going to go ahead and bolt here. And then if he plays something, we have Cryptic. All right. Well, see you guys in another 2 minutes. Maybe we can 3-0 this 8-man.